The following is a presentation by General Motors and McCormick Motors Incorporated of Napanee, Indiana, who is solely responsible for its content. Any reproduction or distribution without express written permission by McCormick Motors is strictly prohibited. We hope you find its content informative, educational, and entertaining.
Now, let's take a closer look at the process of DPF regeneration. The two main classifications are passive and active regeneration. Passive regeneration occurs without input from the ECM or the driver when driving conditions produce sufficient load and exhaust temperatures. A passive regeneration would typically occur while the vehicle is being driven at highway speed or towing a trailer. In other words, conditions that create sufficient exhaust heat to incinerate soot buildup in the DPF. Active regeneration is commanded by the ECM when the calculated soot model loading indicates that soot buildup in the DPF requires removal, and the vehicle operating conditions are suitable for regeneration. As with passive regeneration, this type of active regeneration is transparent to the operator. However, there are times when filter regeneration is required, but the vehicle's operating conditions do not meet the ECM's requirements for performing regeneration. For example, a delivery vehicle may make frequent short trips and be subject to extended idle conditions. In these cases, the ECM turns on an indicator to notify the vehicle operator that the filter requires cleaning. Each of the three GM vehicle platforms featuring the 2007 Duramax LMM option has a different DPF communication setup for regeneration. Let's look first at the new 900 series Chevrolet Silverado HD and GMC Sierra HD pickups with the LMM Duramax. DPF communication in these vehicles is through the Driver Information Center, or DIC. The message "Clean Exhaust Filter" appears when the ECM determines regeneration is required. The message remains on the DIC display until after regeneration has been completed. The 2007 Chevrolet Express and GMC Savannah vans have a clean exhaust filter indicator that illuminates when regeneration is needed. This means the ECM determines soot model loading levels are over 125% and the customer has not driven the vehicle in a manner that will allow a normal or active regeneration to trigger and complete. The indicator stays illuminated until regeneration is complete. On the Chevrolet Kodiak and GMC Topkick 4500 and 5500 series medium-duty trucks, the light that was previously used for the exhaust brake is repurposed for the DPF. The amber-colored light illuminates to indicate that filter regeneration is needed with 125% soot loading. If the vehicle operator ignores the amber DPF lamp, it will turn red at over 150% soot loading conditions. Whenever regeneration is triggered, a green lamp with the same symbol illuminates and remains illuminated until regen completes. The Duramax Diesel Owner's Manual Supplement advises owners to drive the vehicle under conditions that will facilitate the regeneration process when any of the regeneration required indicators is activated. On medium-duty Kodiak and Topkick vehicles only, an owner or customer-requested active regeneration can be performed. This is in part because these vehicles are frequently operated under conditions that do not permit the ECM to initiate the regeneration process. Such conditions might include long periods of idling or low-speed driving when vehicles are used in various utility applications. An owner-requested active regeneration is initiated by depressing the regeneration switch on the instrument panel. The regeneration process will either begin or a chime will sound indicating that regeneration is not required. The customer should follow all the applicable cautions in the Diesel Owner Manual Supplement. Active regeneration does not cause any irregularities in vehicle operation. In fact, the driver may observe that the engine is running more smoothly. During an active regeneration, the indicator message or lamp will be on. The system will go through 2 stages during active regeneration. The first stage warms up the DOC. The second stage heats the DPF to soot incineration temperatures. For warm-up, airflow is reduced using the air intake valve. Turbocharger boost is varied using the adjustable vanes. Fuel rail pressure is reduced, and late post-fuel injection pulses are added. These actions will heat the DPF to the temperature required to incinerate the particulate matter. If active regeneration is interrupted, the vehicle is parked, for instance, the process will continue where it left off the next time conditions are suitable for regeneration. Now, here's some important information from General Motors regarding aftermarket engine performance products and modifications. While some of these devices may promise a way to increase the horsepower and torque levels of the truck's powertrain, owners should be aware that these products may have detrimental effects on the performance and life of the diesel engine's exhaust emission system, transmission, and drivetrain. The Duramax diesel, Allison automatic transmission, and drivetrain have been designed and built to offer industry-leading durability and performance in the most demanding applications. Engine power enhancement products may enable the engine to operate at horsepower and torque levels that could damage and reduce the life of the engine emissions system, transmission, and drivetrain. Owners should be aware that damage, failure, or reduced life caused by aftermarket engine performance enhancement products or modifications may not be covered under the vehicle warranty. While adding non-GM accessories to any vehicle can greatly affect its performance and safety, these statements are particularly pertinent to vehicles with the DPF diesel emissions controls. Modifying the engine, intake system, or exhaust system can produce operating conditions that fall outside of the scope of published service information and impede vehicle diagnosis. In other words, when a customer alters a vehicle, it can make a technician's job that much more difficult.